Welcome, and thank you guys very much for coming back. And I only say that because if you guys ended up seeing last week's game, then you deserve all the thanks in the world for wanting to come back and see another week of Bisons football, because that was really embarrassing. That's the worst game of Madden that I played since I was 20 years old trying to play on the Wii. And yeah, that was pretty bad in and of itself. But we ended up losing to the Colts in Indianapolis 35-7. We're not going to let that happen again. Our defense just didn't show up. Our offense was god-awful. But we have a chance to redeem ourselves here because we're traveling from Indianapolis to Los Angeles to end up taking on the Chargers. It's going to be a tough one because despite the fact that they are 2-2 and doing a little worse than they did last season, they're still going to be a pretty tough team. They have a great defense, and despite the fact that their offense is only an 81 overall, it is still pretty good too, because they really haven't lost anyone from last season. I mean, they still have Justin Herbert at QB, who has 805 yards with 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Good to see him regressing just for our sake, but hopefully that means that our defense is going to be able to actually pick him off for, once or twice. Other than that, though, they do have Austin Eckler in the backfield still, got 277 yards, averaging 4.1 along with Herbert. He's got 2 touchdowns, though. Herbert does scramble out a little bit, got 115. And they also have a new rookie, Matthew McDowell, who's, I guess, kind of their backup, only has 6 carries so far, got 18 yards and a touchdown, though. And then, of course, a lot of familiar faces in the receiver room, too. Obviously, Keenan Allen is still leading the team, 272 with a touchdown. Gerald Everett does have 203 and a touchdown. He gave us a lot of issues last season, so hopefully we can kind of buckle down and be able to kind of cover him this time. Still, Joshua Palmer has got 181. And then Mike Williams is still there. Only got 8 receptions, but has 100 yards too with the touchdown. So again, kind of the same guys we had to worry about last season, so let's just make sure we go out and shut them down this time. But this is definitely a defense to worry about, because Max Crosby is leading them in tackles. Again, that is kind of our fault because we did trade him to them because we really need some better draft picks. So kind of our fault there, but again, someone we're probably going to have to worry about most today. He already has 7 TFLs and 6.5 sacks. That's extremely rough. And they have a lot of other guys that get into the backfield and really kind of disrupt the pass and the run. So again, we're just going to have to make sure that our offensive line really dominates them. Now, in terms of interceptions, they haven't had anything yet, so let's make sure that we don't give them their first. And while I do feel like we always do kind of have to defend the pass just because I have more faith in our run defense, still feel like we have to defend the outside run. So let's make sure that we kind of lock that down. And then on offense, we're not going to be throwing it deep as much as I would really like to. Maybe once we get into the second half, if we're behind again, maybe we can start doing that. But let's run to the outside. Let's make sure that we establish that this time. So sorry for the short intro. It's just the fact that Indianapolis game left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I really want to come out here and make sure that I forget all about it. So let's make sure we go into Los Angeles here and see if we can get our first divisional win of the season. And that's going to be up to our defense first, because we need them to go out there and make sure that they get a really big stop on this first drive. So let's start off on the right foot, huh? Let's get in and get some good pressure. Or how about a pick on the first play of the game? That's huge. That's Donovan Sims. He is not going to get a score, but he brings us down to the 12-yard line. What a way to start this week. You can tell the defense is pissed after the last week. So let's see if we can end up striking first. That would be huge. In fact, it looks like we might. That's all right, though. Mayberry gets 8 on the first play for his game. And we got it 2nd and 2 on the 4. I mean, truly, the positive thing here is the fact that we can still get a first down and not get a touchdown. So let's see if we can pick up at least the first down on this one. Nice run. And he just finds a way to get in. I was trying to run to the outside, but it looked like he had already engaged with someone. But hey, as long as he drags himself in, we'll take that all day. First score after the interception. And we got to give Sims a bunch of credit on that one, because getting us down to the 12-yard line allowed us to score in 2 plays. Yeah, you can tell this defense wanted some retribution for last week. It's just unfortunate for the Chargers that they're the one that we have to take it out on, because unfortunately we're not going to be seeing the Colts for the rest of the season. Although the way that they're playing right now, they may make it to the playoffs, so if we can find a way to sneak in as well, then we're going to be in a good spot. And way to break that one up. And Sims is having a really great game so far. I mean, he's got 1 pass knockdown, I guess, 1 interception. He's doing really great. But unfortunately, that is a reception, but at least it's 3rd and short. I only say that because we usually struggle on 3rd and long, but 3rd and short we're usually pretty good, especially if they run it like they do right there, but no one stepped up to make the tackle, and Eckler gets 10. To be fair, we are defending the outside run, not the inside run, so, but really that's no excuse. But there we go, that's what we're looking for. But he still gets 4 yards on it, though. And if you are picking up positive yards on every play, hey, you're doing something right? Oof, another one right up the middle. We need to figure out how to really kind of jammed there. Maybe a little risky, but we're actually going to blitz with Houston here. Let's see if we can get into the backfield. Nope. Great play over there by Chancellor, but he still makes the reception. Then again, Keenan Allen, so, you know, what can you do? There we go, 1st and 10 on the 32. They're in field goal range now. So let's find a way to knock them out of it. Or find a way to get another turnover, but that is not going to do it right there. All right, we just got to recalibrate here. They're flipping the play. Let's find a way to get into the backfield again. Ooh, good short pass again by Herbert, but it ends up being dropped by Mike Williams. I'm surprised. He is usually pretty sure-handed there, so surprised that he dropped that one. But they got an empty backfield. Let's get in there. Let's disrupt this. Well, we did, but he's way out of bounds, and now they got it 3rd and long. And like I said before, 3rd and long is usually our kryptonite here, so let's find a way to kind of make the stop. He has all day. Let's stop him. There you go. Finally, we get in, but not before he gets 3 yards, but they're going to have to settle for a 34-yard field goal here. And McManus just under a little bit of pressure here. Let's see. Is he going to hit this little chip shot? You bet he is. Come on, you really thought that he was going to miss that. I mean, to be fair, I was hoping so, but either way, we got the ball back. We're still up. That is perfect. So let's get to the outside. Nice block there. Can we get around him? Nice juke. Got around him a little bit, but still ended up picking up a good chunk of yardage, and we're up to the 36. It's going to be tough when we end up trading most of our offensive line because these guys have really served us well. So let's kind of enjoy it while we can, and let's get Mayberry as many yards as possible. Let's run to the outside on this one. Not a ton, but hey, you know what? Again, positive yardage. So going to the air, first time this game. Let's see who we can find open. Uh-oh, no one. Oh, no, get the ball back. Thank you very much. It's now 3rd and 19. Yeah, unfortunately, just couldn't find anyone. Either way, we're going to go for the screen here. Let's see if we can pick up a first. Good blocks. Could have been a good block, but we ended up losing 3, and now we're going to have to punt. So after the punt, they're sitting at almost midfield. So let's have another defensive stop right here. No touchdowns. We want to stay up. Oh, I should have tried to intercept that. I was going to try to go for the tackle, but Chancellor could have had his 4th of the season. Unfortunately, that is user error. Again, I'm still trying to learn the game. Just in time for the college football game as we stop him at the line of scrimmage. I know that everyone who's played it, like the people who got to play it early, have been saying that it's nothing like Madden, so maybe I'm not really getting as much practice in as I think. There we go. It's now 4th and 10. That was a really terrible pass on that. But if that really is the case, maybe I'll be a little better at the college football game, but if not, then hell, you know what? It's still going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. In fact, I think I'm going to start with like a Road to Glory kind of series, but then we might do a Dynasty one. Maybe like a made-up one, so maybe we'll get some input from everyone, and maybe we can do something really fun with it. Either way, let's focus on this football team right now, because we really need to find a way to get some more yards, because we just got stopped for a loss of 4. Although a lot of the issue on that one was just because of my route on that. Either way, last play of the quarter. Let's make sure that we get some pretty good yards as we do. Oh, if he could have broken away from him, he would have been gone for a score. 3rd and 3 as we wind down to the end of the first. So despite the fact that we have negative passing yards, at least we are still up 7-3 still. But a lot of that is a product of our defense doing extremely well so far. We're going to try to run to the outside just to get the first down. Oh, I think we can get this. Oh, we got that and a little bit more. Truck him. Way to go, Mayberry. He may not be big, but he's got some power. And since, again, all of our losses came when we just didn't establish the run, I think Mayberry had only 11 carries in both those games, then I think we need to keep going back to it. I think that's going to be our recipe for success. And Mayberry is averaging essentially just a first down every single time he runs. He's averaging 10 right now. But with that, I think we can fake them out with the play action. I think we can... No, he's out. He's out. Oh, that was a really, really bad pass, and Asante Samuel Jr. gets the INT. What a wobbler. Look at that. He got... Oh, no, he did drag that. Oh, my gosh. Great play by him. And the one positive thing is at least he's out at the 1. Maybe we can actually get a sack and get a safety here, but it might be a little tough. Either way, let's make sure that we kind of disrupt this right here. Let's get back there. Not quite, but still only 3 yards on that. That could still allow us to get a safety if we get in for the sack, but that's if they end up passing, which they end up doing. And he was just wide open over there. How can you see? him on the field and just let him just be wide open. Either way, now we kind of screwed ourselves a little bit more now. But there we go. On the 14-yard line, that was a really bad pass defense right there by Lawrence. That could have been a really great INT if he turned his head around, but not quite. And, oh no! Good option on that one. I do not want to let them score here. Let's make sure we get another good defensive stand like we had the last couple times. Oh my goodness, just these short passes are just not working for Herbert. And I don't know if that's necessarily because of him or his receivers, but either way, they need to figure something out, and I'm sure they will at half. Nice work right there by Chancellor again. And we're actually getting a really good group in our secondary now, so that's actually really nice to see. What else is nice to see is us just sacking Herbert back past midfield. It's now 4th and 23 on the 32, and we're going to get the ball back finally. So while I do thank our defense on that one, an even bigger thank you out to the receivers for the Chargers, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have gotten the ball back so quickly. So let's run to the outside. Let's actually cut it back. Oh, I was kind of hoping we could pull... it doesn't matter. No use justifying a really bad call on our part. So let's get it back to the outside this time. Let's trust our blockers. Let's trust that we can get out ahead of them. Well, we don't really, but at least we're up to a 3rd and 7. So pretty important 3rd and 7 here. Let's just convert. Let's just make sure that we do it over the foot. Nice catch. I was going to say we needed the conversion. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to be in some big trouble. But we get some momentum back, and we got another first down. And let's just run it one more time to wind it down to the 2-minute warning. Let's add some good yards on this one. Not too bad. We get 4, and we're in control here at midfield. Let's go. 2nd and 6. Let's go for the draw up the middle. Yeah, there we go. We kind of faked out their blitz. They all kind of rushed in, and we just kind of snuck up the middle. 1st and 10. So let's get it. Let's do it right here. Can we hit Gabriel on the out? Gabriel, absolutely. We get 5 yards on that one. We're getting down to 1 minute, but we have all 3 timeouts, so I feel really comfortable here. Let's go all the way out there to Mayberry for the screen. We can't get out of bounds, so let's call our first timeout. So it's either going to be zone or Gabriel's just going to be open in the corner. We'll see here in just a moment. Come on, Gabriel, get there. No, that's just way out of bounds. And Forbes goes down with another injury. I hate to say that this might be a good thing, but it might be a good thing. We're going to get Lennon back in there, and maybe he can show a little bit of promise again. And this is going to be his first battle. Let's go, 2nd and 10. Let's pick this up right here. We might. We got Gabriel in the end zone. Let's go. First play for Lennon of the game, and he finds Gabriel just down the sideline. And thankfully, we get the score, and we're going to be up by a full possession. And 2, actually, now. Forgot that we got a touchdown that first one. But look at this right here. He just totally beat his corner off the line. He had a couple steps on him, and no safety was over there kind of over to help him. And there we go. We got our 2nd score of the game now. And Frank has a broken collarbone, which means that Lennon is going to get an extended tryout here because it looks like it's going to be a couple weeks before we get Forbes back. So let's make sure we hold them to no points right here. I think we can do it. Oh, come on. Stop him. Bring him down. Thank you. They do have 3 timeouts, but we'll be all right. As long as they don't get big plays and we can kind of keep them out of bounds, so I guess that would be inbounds, that would be great. That might not be 1, although there we go. We stopped Keenan Allen. 2nd and 7. They only have 1 timeout left. Let's just kind of keep them on this side of the field. Let's get in there. Oh, no. Yes! Way to go, Sims. I was a little worried there. It looked like he got burnt, but he jumped up and got it. He's been having a really good game. So honestly, at this point, no deep passes. 3rd and 7. Let's get back there. But again, at the very least, don't let them get plays like that. Way to drag them back in, and they have to waste their last time out. So that means they're going to have to hurry to the line. They're not going to have another way to stop the clock, so let's get in there, and let's disrupt it. Good play right there. Keep them in bounds. Not quite. And with 20 seconds left, they're kicking the field goal. I don't quite get this. You have time for yet another play, and you just got to work it out of bounds. But either way, they decide to go with that, and we got a chance to maybe return one. But I think we're just going to run this right here, and let's just go into the locker room with our 8-point lead. And let's just kind of call this a good first half. I'm pretty proud of the way that we ended up playing. Although, let's try to get one quick pass, and let's see if we can call a quick timeout and all that. Let's see what we can do here. No, that's just picked off. That's fine, though. That goes to the end of the quarter. We'll just call it, nothing. And that just didn't happen right there. Although Asante Samuel gets his second interception of the game, so good on him. But at least we still have a one-possession lead, and we get the ball back. So since we do have the lead, I think we're going to continue to lean on the run, so let's continue to run to the outside. But defensively, honestly, he's really been killing us with the short passes when he does it. But again, we've been doing a really good job at defending the outside run. But I think if we can actually go to maybe a defend the medium pass, I think we're going to be fine. I'm at least assuming that they're probably going to be thrown a little deeper considering the fact that they are behind. And hopefully we can keep them behind in the rest of this game. But either way, 1 half left. Let's do this. Oh, that's not great. We are in the zone. We just got tackled right away. So they knew what they were coming out looking for. So let's go 2nd and 12. Just have this be a pretty good completion. Oh, good swat down there. He got some air on that one. But we also didn't get any air under that pass either. So let's go. 3rd and 12. We need a pretty big completion here. There it is. Great catch! Gabriel again! He just mossed him. Let's go. Gets over him. I thought Samuel was going to have his 3rd interception, but no. Gabriel gets in front of him, and that's his 2nd score of the game. Man, he is having a breakout performance here. I think he's only got 3 receptions, don't get me wrong, but they've all been really good ones, and 2 of them for a score. Look at him just get over him right there. That's a beautiful picture right there. And what I thought was actually going to be a turnover ended up putting us up by a full 2 scores now. So let's keep this up. We're up by 15. So a lot of people are going to see that last touchdown and think that I'm extremely lucky. And yeah, in that case, you're absolutely right. I was extremely lucky. But Eckler gets a good first down on that one. Apparently, that's what happens when you abandon not defending the run. You know what I mean? Oh, no, they're running to the weak side on this one. Didn't think that they were going to run again. Especially considering the fact they're down by 2 scores. But, hey, that's another big rush for them. So let's try to play this a little smarter. I feel like this is going to be a play action considering the fact... Oh, not even play action. Oh, come on. Can we take him down? We do, but not until he gets 5. And again, I knew Gerald Everett was going to be a bit of an issue as he picked up that 5-yard reception. But let's just get in the backfield now again. Oh, man, he is wide open. Nice hit right there, but it didn't dislodge the ball from Palmer. Sorry, the only Palmer I'm going to like is Arnold Palmer. Poor Joshua. I'm sorry, buddy. Either way, let's go. Let's get back there. Oh, we can't trip him up. But we still get him anyways. Either way, Hoskins gets in for his first sack of the season. And he ended up sharing that with, I have no idea, probably Lawrence or something. I'm going to have to look at the replay. I'm just glad we were able to get a little bit of pressure there. Let's see if we can do that again, though. Although they are going to run this one. And understandably so. That's what's working for them as they get another 5. But at this point, we just need to keep them out of the end zone. I think we can do that here. 3rd and long. Again, it's either the end zone or bust at this point. I don't see them getting a first down, so let's just keep them out of the end zone on this one, and let's make them at least kick a little chip shot if they need to. Hey, even better, let's go. That's going to be a 29-yard field goal now. And I don't know why we go back into this view again. We know he's going to hit this one. Come on. And again, I hate to sound like a broken record, but a lot of our success here has been the fact that we've really established the ground game. As we're going to not pick up any yards on that one, though. And again, yards were so much more difficult to come by in Indianapolis than they are here in Los Angeles. So let's see if we can pick up some more on this one. Great play on that, but he ran into the defender. That was bad on our part. And Damian Roth, our number 2 receiver, goes down with an ankle injury. And unfortunately, he is going to be gone for the rest of the game. But that's going to allow the Gary brothers to get on the field together. But in order to actually see them on the field together, we need to pick up this first down. So let's go. Oh, man, they read that to the outside. And that's going to be a flag. Don't tell me that's going to be a hold. That is going to be a hold. And unfortunately, that's either going to back us up or they're going to decline it and go for the 4th down. And if we weren't on the 32-yard line, I actually would have entertained going for it. But instead, let's play this safe. We have a 2-possession lead. Let's just make sure that we kind of keep this here. So a good punt on that one actually puts them back to about the 26. So let's see if we can stop the run here. That doesn't look like that's going to be the case, and he ends up picking up 9. So maybe we should go back to defending the run, because man, they are absolutely killing it with us, or killing us with that now. And oh no, please don't tell me that's going to be like a face mask or something. Please tell me that's a hold. Thank you very much, and that is a gift for us. And that's now going to make this 2nd and 9. So let's keep this up. Let's get them off the field somehow. Man, they keep going back to the run. And it's really working for them too, but now it's 3rd and 4. They're going to have to pass. And you bet they are with the empty backfield. Let's send 5. Let's make sure that we get Herbert under pressure. And let's see if we can get some of that patented, really bad throw. But that's not the case. Herbert gets it over to Williams for a first. That's his first and for minimal yards. So I'm going to kind of count that as a victory right there. Either way, they have it first down on the 38. Oh, wow. Keenan Allen just kind of gets through. Oh, but he fumbles it. And we get the ball back. Let's go. He shouldn't have pushed forward for more. Sims ends up recovering that. And that is a huge, huge turnover yet again. Look at this. Hey, he's definitely up with the ball still. And he just lets go of it. Great play over there. Who is that anyways? I didn't see who dislodged the ball. Either way, I'm just glad that Sims picked it up and we have it back. And it looks like it was Parsons that got credit for the forced fumble. So that's awesome. So let's keep going to the outside with the run. Oh, great lane right there. Beautiful little angle, and we get up there for the first down. Let's go. We're really in control here. Let's get it to the end of the quarter. Really great play on that one. Kind of shifts a little bit and gets 8 yards. And going into the fourth quarter, we are still in control right here. And we have it 21-9. We're up by 2 scores and hopefully about to make it 3. I was actually thinking about passing it on this one, but honestly, we need the win more than we need the extra yards. You know what I mean? So let's just be happy with what we get. Oh, we get something even better than what I was expecting. We got more than the first down on that one, and Mayberry gets up to 175 for the game. I said all that about not passing, and then now I'm going to pass on this one. Isn't that just funny as hell? Uh-oh. Nope, don't get rid of it. I guess we're going to do a fake spike here? Okay, that's fine. I guess if that's what you want to do, let's see if we can get out and get some pretty good yards with our quarterback. Nope, we're up to a 3rd and 13. Hey, you know what? At least that last play worked a little bit. Let's see if we can convert on this one. 3rd and 13. At the very least, we know we're going to get a score here. Maybe. We end up getting sacked again by Max Crosby. He knows this team very well. So let's be smart on this one, and let's extend our lead to a 15-point lead. Because honestly, I don't know. Even if they score 2 times, I don't know if they're going to be able to get the 2-point on one of them. So while that is a very disappointing end to that drive, again, at least we're still up by 2 possessions. And again, we are just in a really good spot here. I'm glad that the Chargers don't look as good as they did last season. But there's still 5.5 minutes left. And who knows? Madden could always pull off some of their theatrics and find a way to end up winning this game still. Get through there. Get him out there. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Lawrence recovers a little bit, and he ends up picking up a full sack on that one. It looks like he got the half sack earlier, too. And again, I love the way that our defense really recovered here, especially after going out and getting our asses handed to us by Indianapolis. It's nice that they've come out and kind of showed that they can play, despite the fact that they picked up that first down. That's all right. As long as we keep things in front of us and don't allow, big pickups, I think we're going to be fine here. Again, they need 2 full scores and a 2-point conversion. And the way that Herbert's slinging the ball right there, that ain't happening. But he's really shown flashes this game, so it's not like I can sit here and say that it's impossible that they come back. So, again, let's just make sure that we focus here. Can we get in? Oh my goodness, thank you for breaking that up. I thought he was going to moss us the way that Gabriel mossed their Samuel earlier today. But thankfully, Lawrence is a big man. He was able to get up there and be able to kind of bat that down a little bit. So let's go 3rd and 10. Let's kind of find a way to get them off the field, although they will probably go for it on 4th down. Get him out there. Yeah, he's going to have to throw it out, and now they're going to have one more down to be able to pick this up. So let's get in there, and let's get them off the field. We could really use this. No. How did you let him get that? Nice work, Houston. Way to bring him down. I was hoping he'd be able to go and, intercept that, but no shot. Keenan Allen gets a big reception, and, man, he was getting hit as he threw it. Garrett was just a little bit late. And yeah, that was just a really bad play over there by Stroud. That is so disappointing. So disappointing. That's all right. Let's keep him out of the end zone. Wow, nice throw by him, but there we go. At least this time we bring Allen down. And now we're kind of stuck in this defense. We can always switch it up if we feel like we need to, but we're getting some pretty decent pressure. Come on! Shouldn't have said anything. Oh! Gets leveled, but he still gets in for the touchdown. They're probably going to go for 2. Correction, they're just going for the extra point. So I think they're just trusting their offense to get it later on. Either way, now it's a one-possession game. So we can always blame Keenan Allen if they end up winning this game. You know what I mean? Either way, great block there on the outside. We're going to get up for a good gain of 9, and I think we can start to milk the clock a little bit here. At this point, no being cute. Just get the first down. That's all we need to start to ice this game and just hold on to the ball. So the Chargers still do have all 3 timeouts, but we have the first down. One more first down, I think we can ice this for sure. Let's try to run up the middle with Sweat. Get some good yards, and that's a first down and a little bit more, and I think that's going to be the game now. Let's keep running up the middle. If we can get one more first down, that'd be even better. Almost there. Just 5 yards to victory. 5 yards to victory, and we get all of them, and now, thankfully, we can ice this game. And even though it would be nice to get some more yards and some more points and everything, no use being cute. We just got embarrassed by the Colts. So it's nice to be able to come back here to Los Angeles and take our first divisional game of the season, especially against a team that I know is going to kind of give us a run for the money to get into the playoffs at the end of the season. So it's nice that we end up picking up this victory 24-16. Wasn't really pretty at the end, but again, you know what? Our defense really showed up when they were supposed to, and our offense really did a pretty good job too. I mean, again, some really good plays over there by Mayberry and Lennon. Coming into really kind of relief Forbes after he ended up getting injured, he actually did a pretty good job. I mean, Herbert, 17 for 30, not too bad, especially for our defense. 234 yards, though, but no touchdowns and 1 interception. Forbes, unfortunately, before he got knocked out, only had that 1 interception and only 21 yards. So not a great game for him so far, but once Lennon came in, 2 for 4, yeah, he threw an interception, but both of his completions were both touchdowns. So that's really great to see, and he had 101 yards. But again, Mayberry was really the big one in this game. 188 yards with a touchdown on 22 carries, averaged 8.5. Just a little notch higher than Eckler, who averaged 8.4 on 76 yards and 9 carries with no touchdowns. If they would have leaned on him a little bit more in that second half like they were kind of at the beginning of it, I think they might have had a better chance, but you know, I get it. You have to abandon the run a little bit. Now, Lennon had 6 yards on 4 carries. Obviously, 2 of those were on kneels. But Sweat came in and kind of iced the game for us, 3 carries for 27 yards. And Herbert got out for them with that touchdown, but he had 3 carries for 30 yards. Now, in terms of receiving for them, Keenan Allen was a monster, 9 for 138. He was definitely the big difference maker for them. Everyone else, though, I mean, Gerald Everett had 4 for 53, but only 1 reception for everyone else, and nothing that was too incredible. But for us, though, Gabriel got out there for his first 100-yard game of the season, I think potentially of his career. 106 yards on 3 receptions with the 2 touchdowns. Mayberry had 2 for 3, and then Foote got out there for 1 for 13. But on defense, man, Houston had a really busy day. He had 8 total tackles, more than pretty much anyone else, although Tuck had 7 as well. But in terms of TFLs, Dexter Lawrence had 2. Parsons, Hoskins, and Aaron Donald each had 1. In terms of sacks, Lawrence had 1.5, and then you had 5 guys with a half sack themselves. A real team effort right there. And then, of course, Sims started off the game with that 1 interception that led to our first touchdown. And I felt like at that point the game was already out of reach. So it was really great to see. We had 1 pass deflection by Lawrence, which is a really big one. And then that 1 forced fumble by Parsons, which was recovered by Sims. But all around, a really good game by pretty much everyone on the team, including Murray, who had all 3 extra points. That's actually good to see from him. As well as I think he had 1 field goal as well from 46. Which was really good to see because, again, he hasn't had the greatest power or accuracy, at least in his rookie season. So it's nice to see that he's actually picking it up here in year 2. Either way, really great game from everyone this game, and really glad to see that we picked up our first divisional win. Now, unfortunately, we do have 1 new injury after this week, and that is Forbes. And he's going to be out for the next 4 weeks, unfortunately. But again, that is going to be an extended trial for Lennon to be able to see if he could be our new starting quarterback. Again, I know he did a pretty good job in week 3, but again, I felt a little more confident in Forbes, but we'll definitely see. He's got 4 weeks to earn that starting job. Does look like we're going to get Sewell, Jefferson, and Moore back next week, so that'll be nice. We'll only have 1 guy on our injury report, and we're going to be able to be kind of back at full strength at that point. Either way, it's really nice to see our defense really kind of bounce back after being embarrassed by the Colts. So it's nice that they can get a nice little swift kick in the ass and be able to come back next week and put on a nice little show. I mean, 16 points isn't necessarily great, but again, the 1 score that the Chargers ended up getting was later in the game when we were really trying to defend the pass, and Herbert ended up getting out on a little scramble. So again, not much we could do at that point. But really good to see that we ended up picking up that win, and now we can advance into our bye week. This is something we'll end up looking at in the next episode as we look at our next game against the Lions as we travel to Detroit in Week 7. But for now, we're just going to leave things where we're at. Very happy that we ended up picking up the win against the Chargers. Again, that kind of gives us a leg up in the division, just in case we have a tiebreaker with them later on. But it looks like the Raiders are now 4-1. We're tied with the Chiefs at 3-2, and the Chargers are down there at 2-3. It's going to be a really arduous season, don't get me wrong, and this is probably not going to be the final standings, but let's do our best to go out there, get as many wins as possible, and hopefully we can have another successful season. But thank you guys so much for watching and sticking with me on this. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time against the Lions.